Good morning everyone. Today we will continue the rest of the part of the reproduction in animals. Okay, so previous day we learned how the embryo is formed. Today we learn how fetus is formed. So that first step is zygote, the next step is embryo and the third step is fetus. Okay, so mainly what is fetus? When the developing structure of embryo can be identified with the hands, legs, different body parts, that is called fetus. Okay, so the stage of the embryo in which all body parts can be identified is called fetus. Okay, so what is fetus? The stage of embryo where different body parts can be identified is called fetus. Okay, so this is the stage of the embryo where the difference, so mainly difference between the embryo and fetus. In the embryo we cannot differentiate it or you cannot identify different body parts, but in the stage of the fetus you can identify the different body parts of a baby. Okay, and embryo is the next step of the zygote and fetus is the next step after embryo. Okay, this is the main difference between the embryo and fetus. Next one, the embryo continues to develop into the uterus. It gradually develops body parts such as hands, legs, heads, eyes, etc. Because it starts to gradually develop into a baby. So that's why the different body parts, hands, legs, eyes are also developed. And when these types of organs are developed and you can identify different body parts in an embryo, then the stage is called fetus. The stage in the embryo in which all body parts can be identified is called fetus. When the development of the fetus is complete, the mother gives birth to the baby. Okay, and when the total development of the fetus will be completed, then it transforms into the baby, then the mothers give birth to the baby. Okay, so the first stage, fusion of two gametes. Then it is formed zygote. Zygote start to divide from embryo. Embryo start to divide to form fetus. And fetus then transform into the baby or individual or organisms, anything you can say. So this is the step of the development of an individual. Internal fertilization takes place in the hens also, but does hen gives birth to the babies like human beings and cow? You know that they do not. Then how chicks born? Let us find out. So you have seen that all the animals cannot lay egg or all the animals cannot give direct birth of the small individuals. Okay, so why this type of difference? Because this the type of food which is taken by the different birds, hens, anything, this type of foods helps to form a cell just outside of the egg. So that's why they can lay egg and it is protected, but we or human beings or any other animals, mammals, they take which type of food that never form any type of cell around their egg. Okay, so this is the difference. Soon after fertilization, the zygote divides repeatedly and travels down oviduct. As that travels down, many protective layers are formed around it. The hard shell that you seen in eggs is the protective layer. So many protective layers are found inside the outside of a egg cell. When the zygote is formed, because the hen eggs, they take which type of food? They take the food grains, some stones also. So they form the calcium carbonate structure of the cell outside of their cell. So that is the protective layer of egg. So that's why they can lay egg. This is protective, but inside our body this type of layer is not formed, so we cannot lay eggs. Okay, so this is the difference between the humans gives birth the baby, but the hens can lay egg. Okay, after the hard the hard shell is formed around the developing embryo, the hen finally lays egg. The embryo takes about 3 weeks to develop into a chick. We must have seen the hen sitting on the eggs to provide sufficient warmth. Did you know the development of chick takes place inside the egg cell during the period? After the chick is completely developed, it bursts into the open cell. So, the chicks that forms a protective layer, that is called egg cell around their eggs, and when the mother's hens give or any hens give warmth to the day, because the some temperature is required for their bursting the cell, so they give the warmth to the egg, and when the chicks is developed, then their cell is burst and the chicks comes out. Okay. In animals which undergo external fertilization, development of embryo takes place outside the female body. The embryo continue to grow within their egg covering. After the embryos develop, the egg hatch. You must have seen numerous tadpoles swimming in the ponds and streams. Okay. So, not only in the internal fertilization occurs in hen's body, but when you have observed that external fertilization, the development of egg of the frogs and fish, you can say that the embryos continue to grow within their egg covering. So, there is also another, there may be soft or delicate jelly like structure, but there is another covering of the eggs are present. So, that is why it can protect from the water. So, embryo development occurs inside the eggs. Okay, and after the embryo develop, the egg hatch and millions of the tadpoles comes out from this egg. Okay. Viviparous and oviparous animals. What is viviparous and oviparous animal? We have learned that some animals give birth to the young ones, while some animal lays eggs later develop into young ones. The animals which give birth to the young ones are called viviparous animals. Okay. So, viviparous, that is give birth of the young ones, and the animals which lay eggs are called oviparous animals. The following activity will help you understand the better and differentiate between the viviparous and oviparous animals. Ovi means ovum, that is egg product. So, the which animals which produce the eggs, that is called oviparous. Hen, frog, anything viviparous and oviparous. Okay. The animals give birth of the young ones. Okay. And oviparous animals that give lay eggs. Okay. The animals lay eggs which develop into young ones later. Okay. Develop into young ones later. Okay, this is the difference between the viviparous and oviparous animals. Some of them give direct birth to the young ones, that is humans, any type of mammals, and some animals give lay eggs, then the eggs hatch and the new individual will be formed. Okay. Next one, the egg of few animals are, try to observe eggs of the following organism: frog, lizard, butterfly and moth. Lizard, butterfly, hen, crow and any other birds, where you able to observe the egg of the birds and make the drawings of the eggs you have observed. The eggs of few animals are easy to observe because their mothers lay them outside of their bodies. Obviously, any type of bird's egg, hen's egg you can observe easily because that is give birth or any lay eggs directly, and they are big in size, so you can observe them easily. But you would not able to collect the eggs of a dog, cow and cat because they do not lay eggs. The mother gives birth to young ones. These are examples of viviparous animals. Okay. Can you give the see more viviparous and oviparous animals? Young ones and the adults. Okay. Young ones into the adults. So, sometimes young ones directly develop into the adults without any type of change. Okay. So, the new individual which are born and hatched from the egg continue to grow till they become adults. obviously after not only the baby just born and they just direct grow into the adult, that's not occur. First the baby is born, then some growth and development occurs, and gradually and very slowly they develop into the adults. This is the normal process. In some animals, the young ones may look very different from the adults. Recall the life cycle of the frog. So, in the but if you observe a human baby, they are just looking like the same in the baby stage or the infant stage into the adult stage. They are just looking like the same, but you have seen the adults of baby or larval stage of any type of butterfly, moth or frog. You can see that the animal that present in the infant stage, that is totally different into the adult stage, because if you observe the frog, you can see that the tadpoles, they are totally looking different from the frog, adult frog. If you see the butterfly, they are totally different from the because they are some stage larva, pupa, then develop into the butterfly, and butterfly are looking differently any caterpillar or any larval stage. Okay, those animals which lay eggs is called oviparous. Yes, yes, Trijit, that is called oviparous. Ovum means eggs, ovi. Okay. Observe the different stage of frog starting from the egg to the adult stage. Starting with that tadpole, larva, adult, don't tadpoles look so different from the adults? Can you imagine these tadpoles become someday become frogs? Similarly, the caterpillar of the pupa of silkworm looks different from the adult moth. That features are they present in the adult are not found in the young ones. Then what happens? The tadpoles or caterpillars, you must have seen a beautiful moth emerging out of the cocoon. You have seen the beautiful moth just cutting the cocoon and just come out from this cocoon. But in the case of the tadpole, they transform into the adults and capable of jumping and swimming. The transform of the larva adult into through the drastic changes is called metamorphosis. So, in our that is the in their development stage, when the larval stage are drastically changed into the adult, that is called metamorphosis. So, the process of development in the frog, in the butterfly, when the larval stage is totally different from the adult stage, this process is called metamorphosis. Okay? Because they are looking different from the, if you have seen the butterfly, you can see that in a leaf they lay the eggs, different types of lay eggs. Okay? In the butterfly eggs, and then they develop into a caterpillar. Okay? And then they develop into the pupa from the cocoon, and then it's develop into a butterfly. So, this is the stage. So, the larval stage are totally different from the adult stage. Okay? So, this process is called the metamorphosis. So, the reproduction process in the frog or the development process in the butterfly and the frog, it is called metamorphosis. So, what is metamorphosis? No, never. Why the human beings undergo development to the metamorphosis? The baby of the human are just looking the same with the adult human, so they never go under the metamorphosis. But the larva are totally looking different from the butterfly. Am I right, Rosni? So, that is why the butterfly, frog, tadpole are totally different. Tadpole has the tail, the frog has tail, never. The frog can jump, but tadpole can jump. Now, they are totally looking different from each other. Caterpillar, you have seen, they are totally looking different from a butterfly. So, that is why that stage is called metamorphosis. But you have two hands, two legs, eyes, and you are just looking like a human beings, that you are looking like in the baby, and that's the same structures are present in the adult. Okay? So, they never undergo metamorphosis. The transformation of larva into adult through drastic change is called metamorphosis. Example, the development of the butterfly, the development of the frog. Okay. So this is for the today. We will continue our next part in our next video. Thank you so much everyone.